Hello. I hope we are live. I'm just going to check to see if I can see if we are live. All right, cool. It's looking like we are. If you are joining me, feel free to say hello. Sorry, this is my first time using some of these platforms to live stream, and we're both on Facebook and YouTube. So just getting set up here. All right, I think we are ready to go. Hopefully, if I will see your comments as they come in, please feel free to introduce yourself if you are here in one of these chats and let me know perhaps where you're tuning in from. Also, a very happy New Year to anybody who is celebrating the Jewish New Year today. When I scheduled this launch, I did not realize that it was on this day, but it kind of, I think, is actually very nice because it's kind of like it's kind of like a new year. Sorry, I just got some playback there. New year, new sleep, or better sleep habits. So yeah, I think it actually worked out well. So it's just going to be a short little online launch party today, our launch for the book. So we can wait a couple minutes, and then I just wanted to talk a little bit about why I wanted to write this book and a bit about what's in the book, and then we'll do a short, maybe a 5-minute meditation, one of the meditations from the book, so you can see firsthand how breathing exercises and meditation can really help calm the nervous system. I know where I am now, it's morning, so we probably don't want to be falling back asleep, although it could be a nice time for a nap. If you did not sleep well last night, around noon can be a great time to take a nap. Or if you're listening perhaps in Europe or in Asia, somewhere where it's a bit later, then it'll be perfect to go straight to bed. So I wanted to write this book because since I got sick when I was a teenager, sleep was one of the hardest things for me to manage. And it was especially hard because when I was younger, as a kid and in my early teens before I was diagnosed, I could sleep through anything and I slept in. I was always a bit of a night owl. I liked to stay up late, but I would definitely sleep in really late in the morning as well. And then when I got to my teens, it was kind of classic teen behavior wanting to sleep in, but mine was probably delayed about 4 or 5 hours from my peers. So instead of maybe going to bed at 11 or midnight and struggling to get up in time for school, I was going to bed at 4 or 5 a.m. and struggling to get up for school. So it was really quite challenging, and it was very frustrating as well because I knew that the cause of my insomnia was coming from chronic fatigue syndrome, or rather, I guess I knew that I had these two coexisting conditions, but it was kind of impossible to see how much of the fatigue was from chronic fatigue and how much was insomnia. And I mean, it's still impossible to kind of separate things like that. But I wasn't able to see how much I could heal on my own just by getting a good night's sleep, because of course, when you're sick, the thing that you really need to do is sleep. And so with something like chronic fatigue syndrome or chronic pain or Lyme disease, it's really frustrating because you need more sleep, but you can't get it because you have this insomnia. So this topic has always been really interesting to me, and it really wasn't until I started a regular yoga and mindfulness practice that I started to be able to sleep regularly through the night at a normal time. I'm still always a bit of a night owl, but at a moderately normal time, and I'm able to wake up and feel good the next morning, and I'm able to do that without medication, which was not possible for me for many, many years. So that's really why I wanted to write this book. And so what's included in the book, I guess a bit of an introduction to that, is that I tried to have a really good combination. If you follow my blog at all, I try to have a really good combination of being able to share what's worked for me and what's worked for like students that I've worked with and other people that I've talked to who have found more complementary medicines very helpful. So I try to combine those personal stories with scientific research, because I think both are really important. I think that the amount and the rigor of research that we have, especially in the Western world, is amazing, and it's obviously helped with many medical conditions. I also think that in that system, in the medical system we have, some conditions have been left behind, and in this desire to really isolate elements so we can get a close scientific look at things, we've sometimes missed out on the whole picture. So I think a combination of having that research and knowing what we know, as well as being open to other possibilities and open to that there are things that we are missing, and there are things that we perhaps had in older medical systems that understood a little bit better how all of our systems, our body, our mind, and our physiological system, how that all works together. So the book includes some of the latest sleep research and what we know. It includes yogic or Ayurvedic thoughts about insomnia and sleep. And then it goes into the practical bit. So there's breathing exercises, there's meditations, there's yoga practices, and there's also diet and lifestyle, or food and lifestyle, rather. Sorry, I hate the word diet. There's food and lifestyle tips and advice, and that's based on a combination, again, of scientific thought as well as Ayurvedic thought, which is the science behind yoga, and also what has just worked for me personally, because one thing that is so great about yoga and Ayurvedic medicine is that it really acknowledges that everybody is different and individual, and what works for me might not work for you, but I want to share what works for me because it could help others as well. So that is the book in a nutshell. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook, and then it's also available on Kobo and Apple Books as an ebook as well. And I'm hoping that by the end of this year or beginning of next year, we'll have the audiobook out also. So I just wanted to do a short meditation from the book, and yeah, then I'll leave you to it. That'll be our little celebration. So begin by finding a comfortable place to sit, whether it's on a chair or on the floor. Sit up nice and tall and roll your shoulders back and close your eyes. And just start off by paying attention to your breath, to your normal rhythm of breath, not trying to change it just yet. Noticing where your breath is landing in the body. Are you breathing deep into the diaphragm, feeling the belly inflate? Or are you breathing more into the chest and feeling the breath in there? Notice the speed of your breath, roughly how long are the inhales and the exhales. Simply noticing. And now let's start to count our breaths, and what we'll do is we will count in for 4 counts, and then we will hold the breath for 6, and we'll breathe out for 8. You may need to adjust that, so try it like this, but if it's, you never want to feel like you have to gasp for breath, so if you're feeling that way, maybe you'll need to do 4, 5, 6 in the counts rather than 4, 6, 8, or perhaps 4, 4, 6, or 4, 3, 6. So just listening to your body here. Start by exhaling all the breath. And then we'll inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Continue now counting on your own, adjusting the length of each stage if you need to. We just want to work really on adding that hold in there at the top of the breath and on extending the exhales. And take your last round now of this count. And what we'll do now is we will continue counting, but we will lose the hold. So we will just inhale for 4 and exhale for 8, or perhaps inhale 4, exhale 6 if that feels better for you. And when you're ready, inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And just taking a few more rounds with your own counting. Enjoying the nice long exhale. Feeling each inch of breath as it moves in and out of the body. Now allowing your breath to return back to its normal rhythm. This might be now a little bit different than the rhythm that you began with. Perhaps the breath is a little bit slower or deeper. Perhaps it takes you a few rounds to get back to the normal rhythm or to those even inhales and exhales now that we've been working on extending the exhale. And when you're ready, slowly opening your eyes, coming back to the present. And just taking a moment to tune into how you feel now after we did about 5 minutes there. So noticing how you feel after just 5 minutes. I know I am feeling a little bit sleepy. I actually woke up very early this morning because I was so excited for lunch, which was very ironic. I thought to be launching a book on insomnia and not having a great sleep the night before lunch. So I'm definitely feeling right now like I could crawl back into bed. So I'm hoping that you're feeling a little bit more relaxed no matter where in your day you are. If it's earlier in the day and you did have a good sleep and you do a meditation like that, it can often actually give you a little boost of energy, and it's a kind of calm energy, what we refer to as yoga brain, kind of this relaxed and energetic state. And if you do really need to sleep, I hope that this helped you get a little bit more relaxed. And if you do really struggle to fall asleep, if you can do that exercise for longer, for 10 or 15 minutes, that could really, really help you. So I'm going to wrap up this video now. Thank you so much to everybody who is watching and joining. And thank you so much to everyone who is reading the book. Again, it's available now on Apple Books, on Amazon, and on Kobo. And I hope that if you guys read it, that it really helps you. And I hope you have a lovely rest of the day and a lovely sleep tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining.